40 years ago, when I was at Berklee College of Music, one of my buddies was the 18-year-old Donnie McCaslin, who was already a monster on the tenor sax. We all used to practice, or should I say shed, in the somewhat austere basement of the Hemingway dorm every night for hours and hours. Looking back, it was pretty intense, all the tiny practice rooms lined up and the cacophony of sound. It is a fond memory, as there was great camaraderie amongst us young musicians. I used to solicit tips from Donnie and remember asking him about a solo he was working on that was killing. It turned out to be Take the Coltrane, recorded in 1963 with Duke Ellington, an energetic, open-sounding blues, with Coltrane titanic, assured, and unstoppable like a steam train. Listening today, the solo is still timeless and unbelievable. Coltrane's sound, intensity, force, language. Everything about this solo is compelling. Inside this musical tour de force, I recall hearing a couple of phrases that I found strong and mighty that really caught my attention. What I discovered is what I want to share with you, dear viewer, today, here and now. Okay, here is the first phrase of the solo that so caught my attention. Bar 9. Here it is now, slower on the soprano. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Even though it is kind of simple and diatonic, it is still a killer phrase. The takeaway here is that not everything in jazz has to be super chromatic or complex to sound awesome. The part I really love is the end of the phrase, this. Train could have played the more obvious version with a major third of the dominant chord, but he didn't. There is something about the shape of the line that I find so attractive. Now let's listen to another example from the solo. Here now again, slower though. The part I really want to draw your attention to is the end. Train seems to be outlining the simple triads 1, 4 to 5. Listen. And here is another instance of the same kind of thing. Slower. 1. And the end of that phrase. Then later on, there are more of these triad-based lines. By the way, my name is Nick Holmes, and in this video, I want to share with you ways to practice Coltrane's triad language over a suspended blues. What is a suspended blues? Again, we can listen to John Coltrane for inspiration. The track is Mr. Day from Coltrane Plays the Blues. There are 3 chords like a regular blues. However, they are all suspended, and the turnaround in bars 9 and 10 is sublimely different. The key is F sharp, and here are what the chords sound like. F sharp 7 sus4, which we can think of as C sharp minor 7 over F sharp. B7 sus4, which we can conceive as F sharp minor 7 over B. And the third chord in bar 10 is A7 sus4, like an E minor 7 over A. In the demonstration tutorial that follows, that comes from the Encyclopedia of Triad Pairs course, I'm going to show you how to practice major triad pairs over a suspended blues. This time though, in the key of F for simplicity. Firstly, to give you a taste of what triad pairs sound like on a blues, here is an excerpt from a solo I wrote that features the exact triad pairs we are going to look at. So now I'm going to take you through a 3-step practice process designed to get you playing triad pairs on the sustained blues chords. Step 1. Rubato exploration using the triad pair shapes on each chord of the sustained blues. Over the F7 sus, I'm going to superimpose 2 major triads, a tone apart, E flat and F. Over the B flat 7 sus, I'm going to superimpose A flat and B flat major triads. And over the A flat 7 sus 4, I'm going to superimpose G flat major and A flat major triad pairs. Listen now as I play some triad pair shapes, one chord at a time, without any time constraints, just noodling and exploring the sounds. By the way, I'm using shapes that come from the Encyclopedia of Triad Pairs. If you are enjoying the video, please like, comment and subscribe, as this form of digital applause encourages me and helps the channel grow. Step 2. Same as step 1, but this time with a New Orleans beat. So the same exploration and improvisation as step 1, but with the added fun of doing this with a focus on relating these notes to the rhythm. Step 3. Improvise or write a solo using the triad pairs. Now the idea is to play a solo on the moving chords of the suspended blues. This is where the rubber hits the road.